Hi everyone, welcome to this new PD, Personalized Learning in UDL, a perfect match. We're going to look at kind of the 5 elements of personalized learning and the 3 elements of UDL and do some matrix work and see where we see those pieces in each of our elements of personalized learning. So this module overview is really going to be an overview of kind of what UDL is and what personalized learning is so that everybody has language that is similar and we're all working from the same place. So module 1, our essential question is, what are the big picture connections between UDL and personalized learning? So our learning targets, exploring the connections between UDL and personalized learning elements. And what that means is we're going to define the big ideas of UDL and personalized learning, or PL. We're going to explore some readings and video resources that connect those two ideas. You're going to make a self-assessment with current classroom practices. So you're going to have a matrix to fill out that kind of fills out kind of where are you and what are you working on. Each of our lessons or each of our modules is going to be organized in a LEAPS framework. So LEAPS stands for learn. So that's going to be something that is going to be universal to everybody. It's going to be our anchoring activities. Typically, it will be a set of slides and me screencasting, much like this, so that you can learn some key information. Then you'll be given an opportunity to explore various media. There's readings, there's videos, there's articles, there's blog posts, websites, all kinds of things for you to kind of look at. Then there's going to be an apply and practice piece. So what that means is you're going to either create something with or for your students that applies to whatever element we're talking about. And then there's going to be a sharing. So this will be a way for us to have a conversation or a discussion about whatever it is that module is focused on. So in this set of slides today, I've put 2 slideshows together. So I have my UDL in a nutshell course set of slides. And what that does is that's going to give you a little bit of an overview of what UDL is. And there's a screencast for those slides here. So I'm not going to go into those in detail. So that if you want to use the screencast, you are welcome to. But it kind of goes through all the pieces of UDL, looks at the matrix, and then it gives you some more resources. What I am going to screencast, though, is the wheel, because the personalized learning wheel is something that people are becoming much more familiar with, but there are kind of big picture ideas that aren't necessarily as clear. So here's the wheel altogether. Student-centered learning is really the big goal of our wheel. We want students who are taking ownership of their learning and really making choices that are best for them. So we'll talk about the UDL principles of action, expression, access, engagement, and expression to see where those pieces fit in the student-centered learning wheel, part of the wheel. Student learning progressions are super important. They're kind of the ways that we make our learning very clear to the students. We want to make sure our learning is always clear and concise. And so we don't want to hide what the objectives are. We don't want to hide what the outcomes are. So we want to make our outcomes really clear to the students. Social emotional learning has a huge part in personalized learning, and where some of those social emotional skills resonate versus where are really in the habits of learning, and those are really tied nicely together, and we'll talk about those as well. Then UDL, obviously the Universal Design for Learning, is what this course is all about. So we'll definitely dive into our UDL principles. And then flexible learning environments. So learning environments that are flexible, they can accommodate the needs and interests of a range of learners, and really making sure that students are not thinking just about flexible seating options, which may or may not be available this year, but really thinking about designing a flexible learning environment that works for them, whether they're learning from home or learning at school. We'll tie into the habits of learning. The 4 habits of learning are problem solving, self-directed learning, communication, and responsible citizenship. Really focusing on that self-directed learning piece that kids are going to really need this year, more so than any other. So that is our course. In a nutshell, that's module 1. Please be sure that you ask questions and participate in the discussion. That's what makes it a really rich PD. And if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll talk to you all soon.